Hello, hello, welcome back. Monday morning, August 24th, a few more days to the eclipse. How are you all feeling? It was funny, the beginning of the eclipse on the 12th, I had all this energy, had all this like source connection, really feeling like no sleep, very activated. And I was listening to an astrologer and she was like, yeah, by the lunar eclipse, you'll all be dragging yourselves across. And I was like, yeah, no, I won't be doing that. I don't feel that so much, but I do understand what she meant. It's like there's this, it's almost like an exhaustion that's coming up for me. I could keep sleeping, that's what it feels like. Whereas the beginning of the eclipse, I felt so wide awake, activated, no sleep. And now it's like shifting where the weather is cooler. I mean, I'm wearing my warm clothes and it feels like September is here. It feels like fall is around the corner. So I know September can also be beautiful, so I'm not manifesting like summer to be over. I know it's not over. It's an interesting, there feels like it's a change. Change is here. And again, we cannot fear change. Change is the constant. Change is the evolution. We are headed to somewhere where it's going to be so incredibly different from where we've been. And that's the part where we have to be able to let go. And then when I say let go, like a lot of people don't really understand, it's like, no, we're letting go of how we are living, how we are doing our day-to-day, how we are showing up for ourselves, how people are showing up for us. The structures, the constructs, all these are illusions. They've all been programmed with fear. They've all been put up with fear. Now we're dismantling them and we're putting up boundaries with love. Because unconditional love is the only way. And we cannot have conditions to our love. We have to be open to loving everything. And we have to let go of judgment. Judgment is the biggest part that keeps us small. And trust me, I am so guilty of judgment. It's a part of us. It's part of what we were raised, right? We have to judge others because if we don't judge others, we may come into danger. But that's gone away because we are all one. So if we are all one, how are we to judge others if we're coming back to one? When we are around others who are not healed, we've been there before. So who are we to judge them in that journey? Because we've been there. And so looking at them with unconditional love at where they are in this moment, looking at yourself in the past, that's kind of what you're doing. You're sending yourself love from your future self to the past self. 3 of Cups. First card that jumped out, collaboration, friendship, joy in the small things. How's your tribe? Are you starting to find your soul family? I know I am. It's been a while though. Like for me, friendships is a core wound. I never fit in. I always was the last one chosen. I was the one that was too big, too tall, my hair was too curly. Like nothing about me was mainstream enough to fit in. So I always tried. I shrunk myself. I made myself different. I tried to fit in, but that's how I became an alcoholic actually, is trying to fit in. And that's okay. That was a journey. That was part of my path, but it is no longer my story. And so I can look at it with compassion. I can look at that journey of myself with love because I've come out the other side a much, much better person. The Empress came out next. Look at that. Look at that beautiful card. This is new earth energy. This is birthing the new earth experience. This is where we're all at right now. This is the void. So we're in that in-between space where we know we have something new. We're just not sure what that looks like. So maybe we're at the early contractions of labor. Maybe we're in that place where we know the baby's coming soon, but what the baby's gonna look like, what gender it is, or any of those information, we're just still speculating, right? So we know we're coming into new earth energies, but the rest we're kind of guessing. And my guess is that our minds cannot perceive even close to what is going to come in, right? Like we can estimate from our limited perceptions here, our perspectives as humans, but in reality, 444 on my timer, we are here to be surprised. We are here to be tickled. We are here to be like, oh my gosh, I never would have imagined it to be like that. King of Wands came out. Look at that. So now we have masculine structure. Now we have the new way of doing things. So that new earth energy is going to come in, and you're going to be protected, and you're going to be sovereign, and you're going to be disciplined, because what's coming in is your own creation. So you don't need to stray off your path if it's yours. Isn't that gorgeous? Like the masculine, feminine energies balancing. I can feel that big time right now. It's like every day I'm like, what do I need to do in my masculine world? What do I need to do in my feminine world? And how can I balance both? So yesterday I did a whole bunch of laundry, and I did the recycling, and I tidied up the corners of my house that had just like little bits of things just not taken care of, not tended to. Today I'm going to be weeding in my garden a little bit. It's just making sure that we're ready, right? And it's not out of panic or fear. It's just making sure that we are in our joy. Look at this, Queen of Cups. Look at that in beautiful emotion. She's happy. She's on the beach. This was like me traveling with my kids. I was like, as long as I have sunshine, I'm happy. That's what I told people when they're like, are you okay with going to this location, this location? I'm like, as long as I've got sunshine, I'm happy. And so that was me. I was Queen of Cups energy. And it was very much like, you could tell that I've worked at this. Not me telling anybody, but I just knew, because in the past, it wasn't that easy for me. In the past, I went through a lot of triggers on this trip. It was a lot of things that made me feel like, oh, that in the past would have really thrown me for a loop or taken me off the tracks. But this time it was like, no, I was just so in my joy. So staying in your joy over and over again when the world feels like it's falling apart is magic. That is the work. That is what happens, you guys. Look at these cards. This is what happens when you do the work. You come into your sovereignty, you come into your highest timeline, like that joy, that it's like the adults in the room are healed. It's like we have done some work. Our inner child is happy now. It's in its joy. It's protected. It knows it can freely express itself without being torn down. 10 of Swords in reverse. Like there's no more martyr victimhood. There's no more I'm gonna do it because. It's like, does this fit me? If it doesn't fit me, I'm not doing it. You know what is yours. You know what isn't yours. You know what feels good. And you know what the cool part is now? Is that you're getting that reflection back. People are starting to say like, I'll do the extra work. I'll give it to you. You're in receiving mode right now. People are paying you forward, paying you back from all those years and years of sacrifice, all the times that you said yes when you didn't want to, all the times when you kept giving when you had nothing left to give. It's starting to come back. It's starting to show up in reciprocity and in ways that you never would have imagined. Like seriously, King of Swords. We've got our kings, our queens, Empress. We've got like, this is it. We are here. We've got our surfboard. We are surfing with the bigwigs. Like, this is discernment, this is clarity, this is alignment, this is the structures that you are building are for you to prosper, to wield and yield the highest forms of expression. This is evolution at its best. This is like marksmanship, right? Like this is Navy SEALs highest, you know, you've done the training, you are special ops. You are Galactic Federation, right? You are the creme of the creme. But you might not be noticing that in yourself yet. Maybe you're toggling still in the old and you're not 100% sure. Well, let me tell you, congratulations. And if you're not feeling that, if you're feeling like, oh my gosh, you're talking to the wrong person, maybe you're meant to be that. And maybe you're just off a little bit. Maybe you just need a little bit of a coach. Not coaching like in the old sense of the word that you just need somebody, but the mirror reflection, right? It's like, you know there's another level, but you're not really sure how to access that next level. Reach out, because we are here telling you like, it's just one foot in front of the other. Like we'll pull you up, we'll help you up, right? There's community here. There's Three of Cups energy. We're not here to be the only ones. We want everyone to come. We want the entire village to come. Page of Pentacles came out. And it's interesting, it fell out with all these cards here, which we have the Magician, the King of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, and the Hanged Man. Okay, so we'll play with these last ones. Page of Pentacles, that energy of like holding the space, daydreaming, knowing that you are this meant to be, right? And that's the whole thing, is you have to become it before it arrives. And so you might be in that place where you're like, I know I meant to be a millionaire. I know I meant to have my soulmate. I know I meant to have X, Y, and Z, but it's not here yet, but you feel that you are that thing. Keep being that thing. Keep telling your nervous system you are that thing. Speak into your thoughts. Check in your thoughts. How are you speaking to yourself, right? That's the work right now. That's the embodiment part. And then we have the magician, and she is in her source connection, right? Like the magician knows when to act. The magician knows how to play with the energies, how to command things, right? You command your presence, you command your creations. You do not doubt. You're not worried if it's the right thing. You just do it. This is the magician energy. And you have the King of Pentacles steering the ship behind you. So this is the part where we let go of finances because we think we need to have physical money to be abundant, but in all actuality, it's rendering in the simulation. And so the more you trust, the more you know every step of the way is being paid for you, the more it will show up that way. So if you just trust that that's the way it's going to happen, it's going to start rendering in that way for you. 7 of Pentacles, it's harvest time. You're starting to collect. It's starting to see it in different ways too. It's like every day there's new ways of it showing up for you. So it's not going to be in a traditional sense. It's going to be in a way of like, you forgot you planted all those seeds years ago, you know, in the beginning when you were starting your journey, you forgot. Go back and check. All your seeds are starting to sprout. They all have roots. They are starting to flower, right? It's harvest time. You've done the work. The Hanged Man. There's not much to do right now, because we're in this void period, we're in this just holding the frequency. So the work is actually just to stay in your joy, to stay in that Queen of Cups energy and the Empress, knowing, tending to, you know, preparing the towels, preparing the feast for afterwards, like doing the due diligence, but not being stressed about it, knowing that it's a baby coming, right? That's joy. Baby is new life. It's new experiences. It's not old. It's not stagnant. It's evolution in its finest. And so whatever's coming in for you, trust that it is meant for you at your highest reflection. And if at first it feels not so much for you, that's the work to do within, is where have I faltered? Where have I let myself go? Where have I not been truth to myself? And that's what that last little lunar eclipse here on the 27th is going to highlight for us. Where have we not tightened the bolts? Where have we not tended to the ship to make sure that it is right for flying? So your body, right? Where have you maybe gone off the path for your physical manifestation? Where have you gone off the path for your emotional manifestations? Where have you gone off the path for your spiritual manifestations? So just checking, not judging, just checking. And if you're a little off path, guess what? The easiest thing is to get back on, right? So go do your yoga, do your meditation, your journaling. That's when you start really priming the pump again. That's when you start getting that momentum with the energy. So if you're feeling not full of energy, which it's okay, I feel tired too, I get it. But this time there's like a tired knowing. There's a knowing that it's around the corner. So it's not much longer. Like I can see the finish line. We've got this. We can do it. We're not too far off. And when the finish line comes, it doesn't mean that it's all done. It just means that we're at a place now where we can just really anchor in and start to unfold what September, October, November are going to bring for us. Because I think that in those next 3 months, we've done the void. We're going to start playing the actual new reality of the game, depending on where you're at. If you're in a good harmonizing place with yourself, you're going to be in that wonderful exponential expansion. If you're feeling scared and constricted, you're going to keep feeling that, and it's going to get worse until you start letting go, right? Until you crack open and let go. So those are your 2 options right now. But I have a feeling you've been doing some work, and so you're on this timeline. Okay, much love. Talk to you tomorrow.